Welcome to Just Talking. We have a great show for you today. Why? Because we are here at Fan Expo Chicago. So let's go on in. Okay, here we are at Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with your name.
The sort of incredible Iverson.
Okay, so have you been to the expo before?
No, this is my first time.
Okay. And it looks like you're good. Now, what are you dressed up as? What's your character?
So I'm actually a local superhero, part-time wrestler. There's a wrestling event tonight, a big 20-man battle royal, and I think I'm gonna win it.
How long have you been wrestling?
4 years.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. With that, how many are going to be up there in wrestling? Would you say?
There's 20 big dudes up there. I'm kind of scared, to be quite honest.
Why do you think wrestling's so popular now? It's just, especially when Hulk Hogan passed away, it's like they're outpouring. Why do you think there's so much fan base for wrestling?
I think wrestling's just booming right now. I think the storylines are really professional. They're long-term again, so you got to stay invested. It's really great. This guy doesn't even like wrestling, and he's been watching it.
Oh, sorry.
Where do you, besides here, where else do you wrestle?
I wrestle at Freelance, Ego Pro Wrestling. Where else? A couple other places in Indiana.
If people want to follow you, do you have anything on social media we can look at?
Yes, the sorta incredible Iverson on Instagram, and then Iverson Inc. 25 on Twitter or X.
Well, we thank you so much for coming down to the Fan Expo Chicago. Have a great time, and thanks for talking with us today. Okay, here we are at Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with your name.
I'm Casey Camacho.
Casey, what's going on in this room today?
So we do a medieval sword fighting sport called Bellegarth, and it's a full contact sport. We think of it like paintball, except with foam padded weapons. Yeah. So we have a bunch of arrows and longer weapons too, but the bare essence of it is we go out there and one-on-one or large groups, and you get to go out there and hit your friends all day. It's a great time.
Where did this all start?
Man, before I was even alive, I know some people who've been doing it since the late 80s. I think that's kind of when it was, the very early days when people would just take PVC and, foam from their couch and tape it all up and whack each other. And, since then, it's now all over the world. We'd have people who came from this area in Illinois, actually, and just kind of have traveled all across the world and spread out. And we have groups. I have a friend in Germany who started a group there, and I know there's some in the Caribbean. It's a fantastic thing that, once you get into it, it's really hard to get out of it.
Aside from here, where do you practice this?
So on that board back there, we have a realm locator. So there's a map, and again, that map kind of is all over the U.S., but we are everywhere. I personally am from Champaign, Illinois, so a couple hours south of here. We fight at the University of Illinois campus, but there's groups here in Chicago, and like I said, we're pretty much all over.
What about online? Is there a place that they should look to?
Yeah, most independent groups have their own Facebook page or Discord page or website and things, but if people just wanted to find out more, if they type in Bellegarth, there is a sports page, and it would have all the information where you can fight, all the rules that we use, and all the other information.
This is amazing because this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm sure this is going to be packed. It is already.
Oh yeah, usually it's one of those things. People are walking by and they think it looks a little silly, but if you get in here with your friends and you really start hitting each other, people, I guarantee a lot of the people we see in here right now will be back over the next couple of days. It's exhausting, but it's just such a fun way to spend your day.
Now you have a costume. Is that what they usually do? Good to have a costume when they come in, or teams?
So there's a lot of different variations in the way we fight, right? So this, we like to think of it like jersey, or again, like paintball. It lets you kind of express yourself as as someone a little different. Like when I'm at an event, I go by glass. There's not a whole lot of role playing, but there is if you want to, right? There's a lot of people who play a character and have a lot of fun with that. It's not really part of the sports side of it. When you go out there, it's you with a stick against everyone else, right? There's no other magic or anything involved because other sports that are similar to this have stuff like that. But here it is just a purely physical expression, and we get also like this entire table is kind of set up to express that, not everyone who does it enjoys the hitting part. But, we have cultures of building stuff, creating things. We have tournaments not only in hitting each other, but crafting stuff and, weaving materials. And, it's a great community because no matter what kind of things you like, there's kind of something for everyone here.
Now, do they sell this or do they make it or a combination of both?
A combination of both. So like when I started off, there's this a group called Forge Foam that are oftentimes at these conventions that you could buy some of just like random swords that you see on like the tables over there. So there's places like that all over the country too. Forge Foam just is in Champaign where I'm from, so it's the one I know best. But the more you do it, the more you want to get that little bit of edge and make things exactly right. And so like since then, I like to buy all my materials and put all these things together. I have a 3D printer at home, so I make a lot of the pieces that go into here. Can't do the cores. They're too hard to be something like that, but like you can make anything you want as long as it's fitting within the rules and, find out what works for you. How do you like your weapon weighted? How heavy do you like it? How long it is, how short it is, all sorts of different variants like that.
Okay, well, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day for Fan Expo, actually this whole weekend. Thanks so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are at Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with your name.
Guy Gilchrist.
Guy, what a great booth you have here today. So let's hear all about it. You're an artist?
Oh, sort of. I'm the Muppets original artist. I'm Jim Henson's original artist. Yes, sir. The comic strip that was all around the world every day in the 1980s, read by 150 million people. That was me. Yeah, that was him. That was him. That was him. Hi ho.
How did you get hooked up with Jim Henson? And
I auditioned, and I auditioned for almost a year. Yeah, because that was a big thing. And I guess he had tried out about 250 people, and then he chose me. And so I wrote and drew the Muppets all through the 80s with Jim.
Did he let you do whatever you wanted, or do you have to check? Or how did that work?
Oh, no. Jim approved every single thing personally, and he and I had many, many discussions. Jerry Jewell, who was Jim's head writer, worked with me on every strip, and Michael Frith, who was Jim's artistic partner, was teaching me. But you know who taught me to draw Kermit? Jim. Yeah, it was very important to Jim. And it was very important to me for the comic strip and anything that I ever did for him to be very, very true to the Muppet universe.
Since you know Jim personally, how was it working with Jim Henson?
Well, he was just the greatest guy in the world. And I've had the great opportunity, to work with Chuck Jones and Friz Freleng and many, many geniuses. But Jim was like my dad, and he was an incredible mentor. His managerial style and his creative style were so gentle, but so incredibly focused. He had energy like no one's business. He never ever slept. He was endlessly creative, endlessly imaginative, and anyone that got to work with him, had him in their lives, became 1,000 times the person they would have been had he not been there,
And then with a lot of people coming here because of the Muppets, why was the Muppets so special and still lasting to this day?
Well, I think because the Muppets is all of us. And, and they're so real to us and so fun. And, and I think that the Muppet universe is still relevant and still expanding because we're so inclusive. And the Muppets have been everyone's friends now this is our 70th year. So, and I've been now, this is my third generation, as I've been 45 years with the Muppets. And I think that we will always be that way, because no matter how derisive things are out in the world, we're so giving and we're so receptive to everyone and everyone's ideas, and we celebrate our differences and our samenesses, and we just love everybody.
You got a great, colorful booth here today. What's at your booth?
Oh, a lot of original art that I did of, the Muppets and the Babies and Fraggle Rock, and there are even some of the 1980s comic strips in this big book here. And then, after Jim passed, I was the art director for like Disney and Warner Brothers and MGM, And so Tom and Jerry and Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny, and they're all here, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're all here in these books. Got a lot of fun stuff, and you can come down and have your picture taken with me and Rolf the dog. You remember me from the 60s. Before Jimmy Dean was selling sausages, we were singing some songs together,
Those aren't the original ones, are they?
Oh, no, those are in the Smithsonian. No, we make these especially they're much more durable than the screen puppets, so that I can interact with children and stuff. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, last question. What's your favorite Muppet out of the Muppet Show?
My favorite Muppet is always the one that I'm drawing and bringing to life for you right at that moment. It's the only one that matters,
Well, I gotta admit, you got one of the best booths here. Guy, thank you so much for talking with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Go and I'm with your name.
Hi, I'm Austin Janowski.
And now you're actor, director, writer, artist, all of the above. What did you get started into first?
So I signed my first professional contract as an inker back in 1994. I've worked in comic books for almost 32 years now. Yes. And then acting and filmmaking about 7-8 years ago, started that up.
What comics have you been drawing?
I've been lucky to work a little bit on Iron Man and X-Men for Marvel, Satellite Falling for IDW, Red Sonja for Dynamite, and then a few of my own, like Stanley the Snowman with Scout Comics. So yeah, a variety over the years.
That's terrific. How long does it take to, let's say, draw Iron Man or something?
Well, when I was younger, it was a lot faster. Probably about a page a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's full with people loving these comics. Why is that fascination that comics has lasted all these years?
Well, it's the whole genre, everything, becoming something super, letting your mind go and just traversing all these amazing stories with great characters. I mean, when we were growing up, it was all about wanting to be the best you can be, you know what I mean? And then Batman was the darker side. Now their creativity has just expanded so much. There's so many worlds to explore. How can you not be enamored with the comic book industry?
Let's talk about your acting career. So what movies were you in?
So I was lucky enough to be in Bad Monkey, which came out on Apple TV last year. The Soulmate Search was a Hallmark movie, came out in 2023. And I'm going to be in a big Netflix series that's coming out in November. And that's all I can say.
For your artwork, do you have like a website or social media that can we see more of? Or?
So us old people, we still use Facebook. So you can find me on Facebook or Instagram, just my name, Austin Janowski. And if you want to know anything more about me, you can Google my name. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming out to the Fan Expo Chicago. It's a great event. And thanks so much for talking with us today.
You're welcome. I love Chicago.
Okay, here we are at Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with your name.
My name is Haley. Nice to meet you.
Haley, nice to meet you. What booth are we at today?
We are at Twisted Cat Studio. We have lots of bath bombs. Comes with little fun, little themed items, little toys.
So many different characters and genres. Where do you start?
It depends what you're in the mood for. I actually would go with what kind of scent you're kind of interested in, either sweet or clean or something different. So that's what I would start with.
And how do you make it at home, or you got your own business?
So I make it at home. Everything kind of starts with, if you can make a sandcastle, you can make a bath bomb. You get all your ingredients together. It eventually becomes wet. You put it in a mold, let that dry after it's out of the mold. Either airbrush, hand paint it. let that dry, then you get to package it, and that's the least fun part about it. But that's how you kind of start the process. The hardest part is your recipe.
So bath bombs, which is really a huge industry now that
Yep.
that people, especially at a comic thing. How do you pick? Like you do Star Wars. You got a lot of different ones. What made you pick what by request?
It's kind of like whatever I wanted to make that day. It's kind of like, I'm feeling this, and then I pair it with a little toy that fits the theme. So
What's one of your favorites?
I like the food-shaped ones. Right here we have a fun little pineapple, and it's fun.
Is there a website for more information or social media?
Yes, I'm on Facebook. It's under Twisted Cat Studios with an S.com pretty much. My sign's right down here, unfortunately, so
Well, it looks like a great event, great weekend for you. So thank you so much for talking with us today.
All right, thank you so much.
As a parent, I know one of the most important times to be with your children is when they aren't feeling well. For many families, there's a place they can go to find the support they need.
Ronald McDonald House Charities programs provide that supportive environment so families can be together while their children are dealing with serious illnesses.
You can volunteer your time at a local Ronald McDonald House or drop your change in an RMHC canister.
Today is a great day for all of us to show our support.
To find out how you can get involved in your community, visit rmhc.org.
Okay, here we are at Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with your name.
Mandy and Taylor.
I gotta say, you guys got one of the best outfits that when I walked in here. For those who don't know, you are
Padme from Star Wars. And I'm a Sith Lord.
I love that saber, that double. Now the question is, do you guys make your own costumes? Do you order them? How do you do that?
So this one was ordered and then fixed to measure my body, but usually I do make my own. This wig was handmade.
Wow, very neat.
Yeah. This is actually all put together from a bunch of different things, but usually I try to be more creative, but this is just something that's just kind of like put together.
So you guys are Star Wars fans?
Absolutely.
Well, let's hear it. How do you guys celebrate May the 4th?
Let's see, May the 4th, usually we watch a lot of the Star Wars movies back to back, out of order, as always. And then they do have a baseball game around Chicago. Yeah, that has, I believe they have like a Star Wars celebration. Yeah.
So I gotta ask you guys, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Ooh, anything that has Padme in it. Mine is Empire Strikes Back.
Well, mine too. A favorite one is that as well. Well, we want to thank you for coming to this event. It's a great booth. The whole convention, and you guys got great costumes. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are at Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with
My name's Emily.
Emily. What booth are we at today?
We are Extra Life. We are a program for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and today we're here with the Chicago Guild supporting Lurie's Downtown Chicago. What it is a gaming charity. You sign up, you get a free peer-to-peer fundraising page through extra-life.org. You send it out to all your friends and family, put it on social media, they donate, you play games. It's a good way to give back doing something you maybe already do. Good way for kids to get involved, parents to get involved, families, and every cent of every dollar we raise goes to the children downtown.
Very neat. Is this a new organization?
No, this is the 16th year for the Extra Life program. Children's Miracle Network has been around a lot longer, but Extra Life has been around for 16 years now.
I like the name Extra Life because it go right. You think of video games right off the bat too.
Extra Life. Thanks, curator.
What do you have at your booth today?
So today we have a spin to win wheel. It's $3 a spin, 2 for $5. You get little prizes like rubber duckies and glow bracelets and things like that. We have a raffle going on for a couple of plushies and a headset. We have t-shirts for sale, and all the money we make this weekend, like I said, goes to Lurie Children's Downtown.
Excellent. If people want more information about Extra Life, is there a website or social media?
Sure, they can check us out on extra-life.org or just Google Extra Life and it'll come up. If you Google Extra Life Chicago, the Chicago Guild will come up. But there are 150 plus hospitals across the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada that they can support their Extra Life.
Well, this is a great booth you guys came out here for this event, and thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are at the Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with your name.
Harrison Curis.
And what booth are we at today?
So this is Chicago TARDIS. It is a local area Doctor Who convention.
When does that happen?
So it is Thanksgiving weekend every year.
I've been to that. That is a really great thing. So there's a huge fan base for Doctor Who.
Absolutely.
Why?
It's just such a great all-inclusive show. There's no one thing kind of barring it from one group to another. It's got something for everyone, whether it's, slightly scary monsters or a wholesome message or sci-fi, adventure, mystery, just an overall good time for any viewer.
What's your favorite Doctor?
Clearly, David Tennant. He's one that always kind of stuck in my brain and in my heart.
Well, that's usually a popular one for
He is.
What's at your booth today?
So today we're just showcasing what's going to be going on this year. So we're super excited. We've got Joe Martin returning this year. We're able to secure Christopher Eccleston for one of the days this year. Super excited that he's coming out to more Doctor Who events now. But really just showcasing the good mix between old Who, new Who, and just what is going to be available for people when they're there.
And those who don't know, we got a phone booth. What would you call the TARDIS?
The TARDIS, yeah.
And when and where is this event?
So every year, Thanksgiving weekend, it'll be in Lombard, Illinois, right next to the Yorktown Mall.
If anybody want more information, is there a website or social media?
Absolutely. ChicagoTARDIS.com. You can get all the information you need.
Well, it's a great convention today. Thank you so much for coming to the convention, and it's a great booth you have here today.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, here we are at Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with your name.
Melanie Lachak.
Melanie, what a great booth you have here. Let's hear about it. What booth are we at?
So you're at the Windy City Lug booth, and Lug stands for Lego User Group.
Which is very huge. The Legos are just fun, and I'm really impressed on all this. So what is the Windy City Lug?
So we're a group of adults that enjoy using our imaginations to create custom creations with Lego. So everything here is a custom creation.
I'm very impressed on a lot of that. Give me some highlights what we have around here on the booth.
So we specifically brought everything that was pop culture related. So we have Pokemon, we have video games, we have Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. So a lot of the niche pop culture, video game, movie type stuff is what we brought out today.
How long does it take to build one of those Legos?
It very much depends on how complicated it is. Anywhere from like an evening, maybe an hour or two, to a couple of months.
Which one did you do?
I did this entire Harry Potter series. So I did Harry Potter on books.
So is Harry Potter one of your favorite genres?
Yes. Yep, I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
Then let's hear it. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Oh, I actually love the books.
Favorite book?
Favorite book would probably be Prisoner of Azkaban.
So if people want to get involved in Windy City Lug, is there a website or social media?
Yep, you can visit us on Facebook, or you can go to our website, which is windycitylug.com.
Well, we thank you so much for coming to the Fan Expo. It's just a great booth you have here, and thanks so much for talking.
Thank you so much.
Okay, here we are at Fan Expo Chicago, and I'm with your name?
I'm Dan, and I am the president of Windy City Ghostbusters.
All right, well, let's hear all about it. What is Windy City Ghostbusters?
So we are a 501c3 charitable organization raising money on behalf of La Rabida Children's Hospital, which is down on the south side of Chicago. And we've been around for 13 years now, and we donated $11,000 to them last year, and about 3,000 toys.
Where do you do the fundraising?
So we do events like the Fan Expo here, or library events, birthday parties, parades, anything that someone is willing to give us a donation, we are willing to do. There's no job too big and no donation too big.
Let's talk about why has Ghostbusters lasted this long. It's got a huge fan base. What do you think of it?
So, in my personal opinion, I am 42 years old. I came out a year before the first movie ever came out. The cartoon is what initially hooked me. And then Ghostbusters 2 was the first movie I ever remember going to a theater for. So it's been real close to home for me. And joining the group is what really got me. Being a middle-aged guy, it's hard to meet new people and make friends and get out there. But I found something that we all bonded over. It's really good for all of us. Some very talented people. I mean, all these props are made or modified from other things. I'm not as talented as everyone, but you know what? Etsy is there to really help me out. It's just a lot of fun, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
And let's hear what's at this booth today.
What's
at this booth today?
So right now we have two of our Ectomobiles. We have the Ranger and the Cherokee, and both of them are built by members of our team. We have our giant inflatable Stay Puft. We have an animatronic Slimer. We have our painting of Vigo the Carpathian and the tripod traps from Ghostbusters 2. We have all kinds of props here from the different movies and cartoon series. So that's from the real Ghostbusters. That's from the Extreme Ghostbusters. These are from the '84 movie. We have all the little knickknacks.
If people want to learn more about Windy City Ghostbusters, where should they go?
So you can follow us on all the social media. WindyCityGhostbusters.com as well can find us.
Well, again, thank you so much for coming out to this event. It's a great event. Thanks so much for talking with us today.
Thank you very much.